man, is this car hot. Oh man, it's
I should have worn jeans.
hot. Wow. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, what'd you bring us?
This is a 1964 Dodge 330.
I was saying to Kenny before we started filming that, he was telling me these cars were used for drag racing a lot, and I said it's almost a precursor to the early funny cars where they move the front tires up and they move the rear tires up and they had all that hanging over the rear. I mean, it almost comes from the factory. If you look at the profile of this car, it has a modified look to it, even though it's a factory car.
Yep.
Yeah, they wanted this car to shift weight to the back when it would launch.
Yeah.
It's so weird how big a deal the quarter mile was to the factories.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but back then, I think the racing had a lot more influence on car sales than it does today.
Race on Sunday?
Yeah, sell on Monday, right?
Now, sometimes Tuesday if it was a holiday.
Yeah.
But they never say that part.
That's right.
Yeah. So this thing comes with and I love it because it's funky. A lot of people get like Cadillacs and Lincolns and stuff like that. I like a funky Chrysler from the 50s. I like something a little off the beaten path, and this is definitely off of that path.
This car here, I know you chose this car, but this was a project that you built with Dodge.
Yeah, Mopar Performance actually physically put the car together, and it was a project that we worked on together. And the design elements and all of that stuff and the components that were put into the car were worked on in conjunction with me and the guys over at Mopar. But physically, they did the whole car, and they made it a requirement that everybody who worked on the car had to show their birth certificate that they actually were born in Detroit. So,
wow.
They were serious about this car, and it has their very first of the new generation Hemi motors. This is the very first aluminum block 426 new generation Hemi, and it's got 560 horsepower, and we've got catalytic converters on it and O2 sensors, and it also will pass California emissions.
Wow.
No vapor lock on this baby.
No, not
I
on
just
this.
I dig the old school Kragers on there. Can we pop the hood and take a look at that Krag motor?
Sure, man.
Wow.
There we go. So that's the very first one. It's fuel injected, 560 horsepower tuned, and we got a 727 3-speed automatic transmission with 410 gears in the rear of it. So when I picked this car up, we were in Denver, Colorado at the Mile High Mopar show.
Sure.
And they were like, oh, we'll ship it to you in California. I'm like, no, I'm driving it home. And they're like, no, you can't drive the car home. I'm driving it. So,
well, it's got a 3-speed.
Yeah, so dude, with 410 gears.
410 gears.
We were doing like 80 miles an hour, spinning 4,500 RPM. I was like, what?
And
the thing
great
was,
mileage.
You know what? We still got like 12 and a half miles per gallon because of the new motor.
You're bragging about that, but that's not excellent. That's not a great highway rating.
Well, I know.
But there's no air in here. There was no.
No creature coming.
Yeah, there's manual brakes, manual steering, no air conditioning.
You drove, no power assist on the brake or no power assist on steering. And by the way, when
no weather stripping,
you don't realize how bad that feels until you feel it. You're used to that power. But driving this thing back from Denver, man. Yeah. That is a commitment. I like that. And so what we have here is just Spartan. It's just all about the motor and all about getting down the drag strip or getting from Denver back to Malibu.
That's right. I dig the drag race theme to it. Like with the interior is just aluminum panels.
Yeah.
Aluminum panels. There's a roll cage in here. There's no sound deadening.
Do they get a weight on the car?
No, I haven't weighed it yet, but it is light. I mean, it's
got to
really
be
light.
2,900.
Yeah, I would. If it's 3,000, I'd be shocked, especially with the aluminum block up front. So it's fuel injected, so no need to prime the carb or anything.
There you go.
But it's quieter than you would expect because of the catalytic converters. It kind of quiets it down a bit.
So you have you got the best of all worlds in a 3-speed, and I guess again that's more for they built this car for the quarter mile. So
yeah, I'm actually going to take it over to Hotchkiss because I think they're developing a new suspension for this car right now to make it handle better. So because I like to drive in the canyons, so I'm going to make it handle well in the corners, you know, besides just going fast in a straight
keep the
line.
stance though. Keep the big and little. Hide the suspension underneath.
Yeah.
You'll take away some of the performance of the suspension, but if you put some lowering springs in the sway bar, you'll be able to take the turns, but still have that drag race look. I think it'll be sweet.
It is a really cool looking piece. Thanks for bringing it by. And again, if you want to contact Kenny, you want to see where he's coming, it's www.kennywayneshepherd.net.
Yep.
Is where you go, and you can find out if he's coming to a town near you. And again, for us, you go to adamcarolla.com and check out CarCast, and you can see the actual car. I like pictures and video of it. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And Matt, the Motorator, DeAndrea saying, keep the air in the spare and the bag in the wheel.